Hello and welcome to the challenge. Last night I was given a list of instructions by a fellow angler to go out and try and catch a few fish. This episode, Jimmy Penorse, good friend of mine and fellow sponsored angler at OMC, has said that I've got only today to try and catch a carp.
Computer says no.
So, called around a few friends, especially local to me, and a friend of mine, Kieron, has a double peg on Monument, and he said I can come down and fish for the day with him. So here we are. Let's go tie some rigs, flick the rods out, and fingers crossed we can nick a few bites. So I went into the bait shop this morning and I was asking basically what sort of bait do you recommend this time of year, and because a lot of the bait is used all year round, it doesn't really matter which ones that I pick up. But I have been advised for the Tutti Frutti and the Old English Toffee, whether use them individually or mix them together, I don't know, but I think I'm going to go with the PVA bag approach. Mesh bags has always done well for me on here, and solid bags, but I think covering a few of these up, making nice little parcels of bait, should be able to catch a few, especially using chopsticks. Bosh. So, got them, plus the Tuttis is a good firm favourite of Kieron, so he's told me to go for that. So 3-rod hoist holdall. So hoist ice cool bag. I don't really need this, but this has got some food and supplies for me, basically to try and keep warm today. Don't need it, it's just creature comforts, and hopefully I won't be making too many teas and reeling in a few carp. So I've got that anyway, just to be keeping warm, because everyone knows that's essential in winter. Everything that I need is in this rucksack. If I'm carrying too much terminal tackle or whatever, and it doesn't fit in this rucksack, I'm carrying too much. Like, as I say, I've got my bait there, my hook baits are in here, rig safe with everything in it. As I say, rig's already tied, rods are already set up, which I'm going to go and flick out now, and hopefully, come on, I've got to nick a few bites. So, let's get set up. So, we're finally set up, got rigs out there, nice and steady. It's been alright, innit, mate? It's a nice,
not too bad.
It's been a nice morning, nice afternoon. I mean, we've had a bit of rain, and it has been cold, but, I mean, you've had a fish already, and I may have had a bite, so you'll see in a bit. So hopefully, we can get a few more.
Fingers crossed.
I mean,
plenty of time.
It's looking good. Even for how bad the weather is, it's still looking pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Go on then, let's have a talk about the bait then. So, got 2 bags of bait in front of me, got Old English Toffee, and we have the Tutti Frutti. So, you've told me these are your favourites for winter fishing.
Yeah, these are one of my top picks for winter fishing, mate, yeah.
So, would you still introduce bait this time of year?
On a very small basis.
Yeah, little and often.
Little and often, and bags like mesh bags, crumb. I wouldn't go all out spod mix personally, but definitely bits. Definitely need bits out there.
Yeah, well, it goes to show, especially for us today, having that little bit of bait out there. There's a few other people around the lake. It's not completely busy, but as we've been told by a few of the lads, they have put some spoms out and they have put a fair bit of bait out on the previous session, and it's not worked for them, but obviously having that little tiny bit of bait for us has worked for us. You've got a rig next to you, so let's show the world a little sneak peek. So you've got a whittled down wafter there on a D rig.
Nothing. It's the same as what everybody's using in it, apart from the spinner rig that everybody seems to be on the bandwagon with. Unfortunately, that's not allowed on here, so it doesn't get used. But yeah, just a straightforward D rig.
I mean, you say that. I've found a lot going places like your Norton Disneys and Linear. Solid bags is probably king at the moment.
Yeah, it seems to come into fashion at the moment, solid bags.
To be fair, we've seen a few fish out of here that have been caught on solid bags. I've caught one on myself.
Yeah.
But, I mean, D-rigs, they're just incredibly simple.
Yeah, that's the reason I use it, mate. I'm a very simple sort of guy. Nice, simple, nice and easy. I can make, in the spring and summer, I can make a bucket full of mesh bags of pellets. They're all ready to go. So all I've got to do then is just hook a bag on and cast it back out.
You mainly use PVA?
Yep.
Obviously little mesh balls, that sort of thing. So would you use the boilies straight at the bag? What would you do? Crumb them up, halve them?
What I tend to do is, because I'm a bit pedantic, I will count 6 boilies out the bag.
Yeah.
Crumb 6 boilies into a little mesh bag.
Yeah.
This time of year, top it with a few half handful of maggots.
Okay.
Then just make a golf ball size of PVA. Yeah, as long as that's going on the spot, mate, I'm happy to leave that for the generation. If I get a bite, I'll obviously repeat.
Yeah.
Do the same.
So I've noticed that's one thing that you do really well on here. Obviously the little and often approach of, it's like feeder fishing really, isn't it?
Yes,
little,
mate, yeah.
Little bit of bait, round your hook bait. But you do sit on your hands.
Yeah.
Is that just because you're confident?
Yeah, confidence plays a massive part in it. Yeah, knowing that if the fish do come over me and that little pile of bait, I will get a bite.
Definitely a super singles approach.
Yeah, it's confidence plays a massive part in it, knowing that I'm on the right spot and the fish. There's a lot of fish in this lake, and they move around a lot, so they will come over you.
Yeah.
It's just having that in you to sit on your hands and wait.
Obviously, you fish the RH waters a lot.
Yeah.
Is there certain types of water where you would change, or are you quite consistent? Is it you just?
I'm quite consistent on the bait I use. The bait application all depends on what lake I'm fishing.
Okay, so obviously here you've said that you'll, even though the amount of fishing here, you still use that little bit of bait.
Yeah.
So say, for example, the Avenue. Obviously,
Yeah.
you've been quite fortunate to fish that recently and have quite decent fish as well.
Yeah.
Talk us through how. So, tell me what you caught on your last session on the Avenue and how you did it.
Well, I'm very, very privileged and very lucky to be able to fish all of Rob's waters, and so that's, you know what I mean. Not everybody
West,
can,
yeah.
can do that, but yeah, I decided to go on the Avenue for my last session at the end of December, and I took the same sort of approach that I do here. Really, they do see a lot of bait on the Avenue, and you just want that one bite off the Avenue. You know what I mean? You're fishing for one fish, one big one. I've been very lucky enough to catch a few. Like I say, same tactics. Some tutti frutti out of a bag, little orange wafter, and I managed to catch a fish known fatty at 49.12.
49.12, mad.
On the 22nd of December.
We was discussing it earlier. Obviously, in the lake that we're in now, there's 4 fish that can still possibly push that 50 pound. You've got Bella, Ollie, Jigsaw, and Vincent.
Vincent could be up there.
And I mean, there's a lot of. It's not just like 1 or 2 30s and 1 or 2 40s to back it up.
There's lots.
Would you say there's
30s.
at least 100 fish over that 35 mark? At least 100.
It's very close, mate.
It's
very
getting
close.
there. There's a massive stock of massive fish, and
from 35 to near on 50 pounds. There's got to be over 100 fish.
I mean, I've been very fortunate to have that bite today, which, to let the cat out the bag, I've managed to catch myself a 31 pounder very early on in the session. And obviously this is meant to be a challenge video, but obviously when you've got one of the gods of Monument sat next to you, I've got to take the exclusive to do a bit of an interview. Which, is this the first interview you've done?
It is, mate, yeah.
It is?
Yeah. I'm camera shy. I'm camera shy. I know the looks,
yeah,
but I'm camera shy, mate.
Well, the fish are not. You've caught plenty of fish. I mean, you've managed to, because I know for quite a long time Bella was one of your goals, wasn't she? And
yeah, she come about. Don't know where it come about. As a sort of a target, I was just enjoying my fishing.
Caught everything else. Bella was the only one that you didn't catch, was it?
Yeah. A lot of people say, no, that's the one you need next. And it becoming to like, yeah, that's the one I've got to have next.
I mean, I remember when you had her out. I saw Tom Maker catch her out at Peg 2 opposite, and where that was the first time I really saw a fish of significant sort of stature and size.
Yeah.
And obviously when I found out, like quite recently, you had the double take in the snow on peg
Yes,
8.
mate. Yes, mate. Yeah.
Is there a peg on this place that you haven't caught fish?
No, mate. No. I have caught a fish out of every swim on Monument 2.
But no, that's nice, mate. Thank you for letting me on the peg with you.
Not a problem, mate. Anytime.
Hopefully we can catch a few more fish by the time, but as you can tell I'm shaking because it's freezing.
It is freezing cold.
I should have put my coat on, but I'm an idiot. So we're going to go and get a cup of tea, I reckon. Wait out the last sort of hour for myself. Obviously you're here for the night.
I'm here for the night, mate. Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday. And yeah, simple tactics. Day session works. So we're going to show you this fish that I caught earlier today. 31 pounder, and I mean all the kit's still on the barrow, so it's literally reeling, bank sticks back in the rucksack and off to the next session. So again, thanks mate.
No problem.
Let's get on it. You just said they told me to bite. Jeez.
Come on the wrong rod, but at least we've had a bite.
Yeah, come on, the wrong. So, super simple fishing tactics. Little leg clips. Decent enough lead to get out there. PVA bags. And some mag whites.
So that's a dirty 30, mate.
Let's hope so. Oh. Winter fishing is always hard. Fishing simple and fishing effectively is always a perfect way to approach these sort of months. How about that for the first carp of January for me? I'm used to catching little double figure carp, and thanks to a good friend of mine, Kieron, he's managed to put me on the spot with another 30 pounder. I bet that to kick off the season.
First fish of the year, can you, mate? 31 pound.
Oh, can't moan at that. Thank you very much, dude. Right, do you want to get in? Smile? Come on.
Don't mean the picture, do you?
You want to put the dorsal up?
Look at that for a January fish.
There you go. Right, let's get a few
Well done,
photos. Yeah?
Yep.
Bitter cold, 30 pounder. How about that to start